Vienna's riverfront project is moving forward. The city leaders say the bulk of concrete work is now done on a new kayak launch and public access along the Ohio River. This is the view Vienna leaders want more people to experience up close right off Grand Central Avenue down 12th Street to the riverfront. Mayor of Vienna Chad Emmerich says the original plan came in far over budget, so the project was scaled back to focus on one main goal: safe, simple access to the water. Plans call for paved walkways, handrails, landscaping, and space to sit and enjoy the river. Emmerich says the biggest challenge is accessibility, bringing people down closer to the river's edge, including those who haven't had that option before.
This will be the area's first ADA compliant river access along this section of the Ohio River. Individuals will be easily able to go down and get very close to river's edge, then be able to access what is our kayak launch and dock area so that they too can enjoy the Ohio River.
And it will attach then to
the city expects most of the construction work to wrap up within the next 30 days, with additional landscaping and beautification continuing after that. Once everything is complete, Emmerich says they'll mark the milestone with a public dedication, inviting the Mid-Ohio Valley to come seize Vienna's latest waterfront addition.